Myself Ramji Patel, and in this video I am going to tell about BCD to 7 segment decoders. BCD to 7 segment decoders are used to drive 7 segment display. Here is the pin diagram of a single digit 7 segment display. This is a common anode type 7 segment display, and this is the driver or decoder that is used to drive this common anode 7 segment display. This driver is a 16-pin IC, and the code of the IC is 74LS47N. This is a 16-pin IC and it is available in 16-pin dual inline package. The first pin is B, the first pin, second pin, 6 pin and 7 pin are for BCD inputs. You can see that A, B, C, D are BCD inputs. Here B apply or B give the binary data or BCD data to this decoder. Pin 3 or 4 and 5, I am not using these 3 pins here, so I will talk about them in my future videos. The 8th pin is ground, and pin number 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15 are used to drive the 7 segments of the 7 segment display, and the pin number 16 is connected to 5 volt supply voltage to provide power the 7 segment decoder IC. This is the actual circuit on the breadboard. Here is the 7 segment display. This is a common anode type 7 segment display, and this is a BCD to 7 segment decoder. If we are using common cathode type decoder, then we will use SN74LS46 decoder instead of this one, because this IC is used to drive common anode 7 segment display, and in case of common cathode display we use another decoder, and that decoder is used to drive common cathode 7 segment display. I am using this 4 switch here as a BCD output. The pin A, the first pin of this switch is for D, and the second pin is for C, the third pin is for B input, and the fourth pin and the last pin is for A input. So by changing the inputs we can change the digit displayed on this 7 segment display. So I am powering this whole circuit with my 5 volt DC lab bench power supply. I have disconnected the black wire, so now I am reconnecting this black wire, and you can see the digit 0 is printed on the 7 segment display. This is because all the inputs, all the BCD inputs are 0, so the output of the 7 segment display is 0. And here is the truth table of the BCD to 7 segment decoders. So in first condition, when 4 BCD inputs A, B, C and D are 0, then the 0 digit will be displayed on the 7 segment display. So by changing these four BCD inputs A, B, C, D, we can change the digit printed on the 7 segment display. So here we can print numbers or digits from 0 to 6, 0 to 9 by changing this A, B, C, D, BCD inputs. Now I want to print number 1. So in this condition or situation, we have to set logic 1 on pin 1 and logic 0 on other 3 pins. So this is the pin A. So I am setting the logic of the pin A to 1, and you can see that now the 7 segment is displaying digit 1. And if you want to display digit 2, then you have to set logic 1 on pin B and logic 0 to others 3 pins. So I again set the logic 0 on pin A and set the logic 1 to input pin B, and now you can see the digit second is displaying on the 7 segment display. Now if we want to print the digit 3 on the display, then we have to set logic 1 on input A and input B, and we have to set logic 0 on inputs C and D. So you can see this digit third is displayed on the 7 segment display, and here A or B input are high or set to logic 1. Next, if we want to display number 4 or digit 4 on the 7 segment display, then we have to set the C input to logic 1 and the other 3 inputs to logic 0. So I again set logic 0 on pin A and B, and yes, you can see that display is displaying digit 4. If we want to display the digit 5, then we have to set logic 1 on pin A and logic 1 on pin C and logic 0 on pin B and pin D. So the only thing that I need to do is to change the logic of this pin. You can see that digit 5 is displaying on the display. Now the next digit is 6. So if we want to display the 6th digit, then we have to set the B and C input to logic 1 and the other A and D input to 0. So I again set the input A to 0 and B to logic 1, and the displaying is displaying digit 6. If you want to display the digit 7, then you have to set logic 1 on input A, B and C, and logic 0 on only on input D. So I set logic 1 on input A, B and C, and logic 0 on pin D. So display is printing 7 digit. Now the next digit is digit 8. So if we want to display the digit 8 on the 7 segment display, then we have to keep the BCD input D to logic 1 and other 3 inputs on logic 0. So I again set 0 to ABC input, and I set logic 1 only on input D. So digit 8 is displaying on the 7 segment display. Now the last digit is 9. To display the 9 on the 7 segment display, we have to set logic 1 on pin A and logic 1 on pin D9 D, and logic 0 on pin B and C. So the only change to make here is I have to set logic 1 only this pin A. So you can see, sorry. So finally you can see that digit 9 is displaying on the 7 segment display. So now you will understood the working of the BCD to 7 segment decoder.